He is once again the focus of attention. All eyes on President Zelenskyy at the UN. After Donald Trump's U-turn, saying Ukraine has a chance of victory in its war with Russia.
Do you believe you can win the war with Russia? Can you beat Russia now with America's support?
Whatever Trump is saying, though, Ukraine's leader was reserving judgment. Earlier in the hall above, President Zelenskyy urged the world to halt Russia's aggression and the spiralling drone arms race it's unleashed.
We must use everything we have together to force the aggressor to stop. And only then do we have a real chance that this arms race will not end in catastrophe for all of us. If it takes weapons to do it, if it takes pressure on Russia, then it must be done. And it must be done now. Otherwise, Putin will keep driving the war forward wider.
And he made this claim about divine intervention and the US president that won't lose him any favor in the White House.
Weapons decide who survives. Excellencies, yesterday President Trump stood right here in this hall, and God saved him from a murder attempt during the campaign.
After his speech at the UN yesterday, Donald Trump surprised the world by saying for the first time that Russia might lose the war, calling its military a paper tiger and saying Ukraine could take back all its borders.
Donald Trump's apparent pivot on Ukraine is the talk of the UN General Assembly, but Western diplomats are urging caution. This president has been so erratic on the conflict, they say. He must be judged on his deeds and not his words.
As US Secretary of State Marco Rubio was meeting his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov in Moscow, the Kremlin was shrugging off the US president's withering description of Russia's military as a paper tiger.
Russia is certainly not a tiger. After all, Russia is more associated with the bear. There are no paper bears. Russia is a real bear. Putin has repeatedly and with varying degrees of emotion described our bear. You can recall this for yourself.
Every UN General Assembly has its moment. This year it belongs to this man, the jihadi turned statesman and revolutionary new leader of Syria. Ahmad al-Sharaa finished his speech focusing on the other war of our time, the conflict in Gaza.
We stand firmly with the people of Gaza, its children and women and all peoples facing violations and aggression. We call for an immediate end to the war. In conclusion, the Syrian story has not come to an end. It continues to write a new chapter entitled Peace, Prosperity and Development, and may the peace of God be upon you.
For both Gaza and Ukraine, in truth, it's the same this year at the UN as any other. For all their fine words, it's what leaders actually do next that matters, if escalating conflict is to be averted. Dominic Waghorn, Sky News, New York.